You think you need sage, crystals, or complex rituals to protect yourself from energy vampires. You don't. In fact, most spiritual protection methods fail completely. Why? Because the leak isn't mystical, it's mechanical. And right now, you might be walking around with a giant free energy sign on your forehead without even realizing it. Here is the brutal truth. People aren't stealing your energy just because they are toxic. They are taking it because you left the door wide open, and today we are going to lock it. Let's look at the reality. I used to be exactly where you are. I felt like a battery for everyone else. If I was happy, someone would walk into the room, say one thing, and drain my joy instantly. If I wanted to start a new project, or even just cook something new, one negative comment was enough to make me change direction. I stopped doing what I loved. I started doing what everyone else wanted. My life became 100% service to others, service to their emotions, service to their systems. My desires? Gone. My spark? Vanished. I blamed them. I thought, why are people so draining? Why is the world so cruel? But that frustration, that constant fatigue, wasn't their fault. It was mine. I was running a hidden program in my mind. I call it the good child pattern. This pattern creates a specific glitch in your system that makes it impossible to set boundaries. And without boundaries, every relationship eventually becomes a parasite. If you don't fix this, it doesn't matter how many protection spells you cast. You will remain exhausted. So how do you actually stop it? You have to confront the 3 specific lies that are keeping you weak. I had to fight these lies physically. And the first one is the most dangerous. Lie number 1. Saying no is rude. This sounds simple, but check your body. Back then, if I even thought about saying no, I would start trembling, literally sweating. I felt tension in my shoulders. My stomach turned. It felt like a massive force was pushing me down, telling me that if I refused anyone, I was a bad person. I felt guilty just for existing. But here is the reframe you need. No is not an insult. No is a shield. And it is specifically designed to filter out people who want to control you. The moment I realized that saying no was actually safe, the energy leaks started to plug themselves. But that was just the first layer. The second lie was even subtler. Lie number 2. Expressing dislike is wrong. When I was a kid, I learned to suppress my own taste to avoid judgment. If I didn't like the clothes I was given, I stayed silent. If I didn't like a movie, I pretended to enjoy it. If I didn't like the food, I ate it anyway. I did this to be the nice guy, to avoid conflict, to avoid pain. But by silencing my preferences, I silenced my intuition. And when you can't say, I don't like this, you invite toxic dynamics into your life. You invite people who assume you are okay with everything, and they will take everything. Then came the third lie, the one that keeps most spiritual people trapped. Lie number 3. Admitting I feel bad makes me weak. We have this idea that if someone asks, how are you? We must always say, good, everything is great. We protect our image. We protect their feelings. We pretend to be strong. So what happens? You stay in situations that drain you. You stay at that irrelevant party. You listen to that draining conversation. You drink when you don't want to drink. You betray yourself to keep the peace. The moment I stopped doing that, everything changed. I started saying, I don't feel well today. I need some space. I'm going home. I didn't offer excuses, I just stated my truth. And something magical happened. I created safe spaces around me. And inside those spaces, my energy returned. Not because I summoned the shield, but because I stopped giving it away. Here is the bottom line. You don't need to fight energy vampires with garlic or prayers. Those are external tools. Real protection is internal. It is called willpower. If your will is clean, if you can say no, if you can say I don't like this, if you can say I feel bad, I'm leaving, then you are untouchable. Your natural boundaries are stronger than any amulet. So stop looking for a magic spell. Start practicing your no. That is the essence of true spirituality. That is true power. Before you go, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what is the one situation where you find it hardest to say no? I read every single one. And if you want to go deeper into reclaiming your power and overcoming these good child patterns, join our WhatsApp community of spiritual seekers. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.